I grew up in Roma, right in the middle of where lots of Queensland's coal seam gas is found. Friends of mine still live there, so I wasn't surprised that my name came up when Australia Pacific LNG wanted help explaining how they're developing natural gas from Queensland's coal seams. I agreed, but on one condition. We head back to where it's all happening so I could find out what's going on for myself. I'd learn a lot about coal seam gas, what it is, where it's found, and what's done with it once it comes up out of the ground. Follow my journey and find out for yourself. Being in the industry that I was playing rugby league, I knew that the media can often just focus on the negatives and not look at the positives. And I guess I wanted to educate myself more about the whole industry, be able to form a more educated opinion about it.
For Queensland, we're actually sitting on an enormous resource. So coal seam gas in Queensland is about 90% of the gas people use, be it in council buses, be it in your home, your hot water system, is all coal seam gas.
Coal seam gas, everyone's heard about it, but what actually is it?
It's a natural gas. Where we're standing here today, if you went back to the age of the dinosaurs, this would actually have been an inland sea. It was just ideal for plant life, vegetation to be growing, and over millions of years that would then compact and some of it would become coal. Here the coal seams that we're looking for are around about 400 metres to 800 metres deep. We run casing. There's 2 strings of casing in this well that are cemented in, and that casing plus the cement protects the aquifers and also allows there to be a path for the gas and the water to come to the surface.
So once you get it up here, what does this fella here do?
The gas flows to what we call a separator. Off the bottom of the separator comes the water, and off the top comes the gas. And the water ends up going across the water treatment plant, which is over there.
Coming out here today, Ken, I was sort of thinking, it was going to be this massive construction site, but I look around at this fenced area is quite small.
These wells don't take up a lot of space, and they don't remove a lot of land from agricultural production.
And where does the gas go to from here?
Some of it can go into a pipeline which can go all the way to Brisbane, but actually gas from this gas plant can go virtually anywhere in eastern Australia.
Right now today, the Australia Pacific LNG project provides about 40% of Queensland's gas, producing power for the big smelters and industrial plants in Gladstone, and then a lot of it heads into the Darling Downs power station.
Just walking around straight away just feels cleaner. These facilities are first class. I think cost nearly $1 billion to build. The size and scale of that thing, and then you hear that's just the start. It starts to give you an idea of the scale of what's happening out here.
I'd like you to meet Tony Phillips. Tony, Darren Lockhart.
Tony.
G'day, Darren.
Yeah.
Welcome to Darling Downs. Full output here is 630 megawatts.
Yeah.
If you look at average household uses about a kilowatt per hour, it would be 630,000 homes.
Impressive.
It's a very flexible fuel for power production. Works well as a good complement to renewable energy.
Yeah.
If the sun's not shining, the wind's not blowing, gas-fired power stations can meet that demand very quickly.
It's just about pure methane, which makes it probably the cleanest hydrocarbon fuel there is today, some 50% cleaner than a coal-fired power station, for example. Today, renewables only supply a very small percentage of the world's energy mix, so you have to have fuels like natural gas to cover the gap between today's coal-fired power mix and a much cleaner future.